Hey guys, this is Vic from Grasping the Market and welcome to our market briefing. Today we had continuation from the late move that we saw on Tuesday, which was a very positive one. And the gap that was left on Monday not only was fully closed, but now we have a gap to the upside. So in the context of the monthly chart, leaving no excess at the top and developing outside the previous several months balancing range, I think the larger time frame is still positive, and despite the weekly one time framing being stopped on the daily, we've seen a strong response from the 3072 area back above the 3100. And with this gap, I mean, if you think about it, yes, I mean, we are below this trend, but notice the amount of daily excess plus a gap that we have here. So this is more or less what is called like an island day, in which you gap down and then you gap up again. And I think this is a very positive development for the market. Let's not forget that, well, today we had a little bit of a decent, well, it was decent, maybe a little miss on the ISM number, but the ADP employment number was really bad. And let's remember that we have non-farm payrolls on Friday. And although part of this move is attributed to some positive rhetoric from the US officials on the trade front, I think that the market could be as well putting some weight on the like bad economic data, like bad employment data, and the uncertainty of the trade deal being reached. I think the market is putting some odds there that the Fed is going to do something, and that's why the strong response to the upside. Anyway, on the market profile, you can see how after we open, it probed lower, found no continuation. The gap could not be closed, could not be even reach the 3100, and immediately push up and held the gains for most of the session. Early morning BCD period, I mean, there was a possibility there that the market was getting a little bit too long and require a correction. But then after the EFG, and here's where it became very visual, you can see that the F could not take, I mean, it made a weak low matching, within one tick of the C, early morning C low, and then G could not take the FC reference and started pushing up, breaking the one-time framing down, taking the F high. Then H tagged the G high, came lower, could not reach the G low, and then I tagged the high, could not reach the H low. So here you can see how the lows are getting higher and higher, and this is accumulating here. There was a big volume done at this area, so it's only logical that it explore and took the early morning high. Now, there are several reasons why possibly there was no further commitment above the 3120 area. There's a lot of technical stuff happening there, but if you see the continuous chart, you can see that this cluster that happened, that's where the collapse overnight 2 days ago happened. So there could be a lot of interest there. And late in the session, also you have the moving average, the 200 moving average on the 30-minute chart. There's a lot of interest, and late in the session, you will not find the commitment, especially before non-farm payrolls to go through. So you see how the session finished with a little bit of liquidation. Nonetheless, the development for the day, I think, is very positive. Getting back inside Monday's range and Monday's value, overlapping value with Monday's, with a very healthy tail at the bottom, a gap, and a daily excess. I think that's a very positive development. As I said, when you have these strong swings, it's possible that the market will attempt to find balance, especially ahead of a key risk event. But I think that the development today, holding the ground, holding the tail, holding the gap, is a very positive development. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Definitely the focus is on value development. If you get acceptance below 3108.25, definitely that denotes change. I think acceptance within increases the odds of further exploration downside. Keep in mind that if you keep doing business here, this moving average that I have here keeps coming down and gets within striking distance, and it could be explored. A lot of systems go green when you get above that moving average. Like you say here, actually the break that happened on Monday came exactly at the open from the moving average, and you can see how in recently has been working. Like here, having very accurate look here, you gap up exactly from there, or you bounce from there. So look at this, almost, yeah, perfectly to the tick. So that reference is an important one to keep in mind, and now it is overlapping with all these clusters, so it's getting something really interesting in this area. So let's see what the market brings tomorrow. Wrap up positive developments today on the structural wise. Let's see what commitment we get tomorrow ahead of the non-farm payrolls.